All right, let's dive right in. Today, we've got a story for you that is just wow. It's a powerful one, a timeless tale about wealth, pride, and what it really means to be satisfied. And it all comes from a really unique source. So, check this out. This quote is from the author's note of the book we're pulling from today. It's called Katsa by Kanav Sajdev. And that line, it just sets the perfect tone, right? This isn't just about reading stories. The whole point is that this book wants to be remembered. It's designed to wake something up inside you. Remembering. What does that even mean? Well, the idea here is that these aren't just old-timey myths. They're more like mirrors. They're meant to remind us that the forces we read about, the gods, the demons, all of it, they're actually energies that are alive and well right here, right inside of us. And to make that happen, each of these 108 stories is apparently designed to transmit something. It's not passive. The whole goal isn't just to read the words, it's to receive a feeling, a vibration, to let the story spark this deeper kind of knowing that you can't just get from a textbook. Okay, and this right here, this is the absolute key. As we get into the story, try not to think of the figures as just characters. Think of them as states of consciousness. You've got pride, humility, emptiness, fulfillment. They're all playing a part. So with that frame of mind, let's jump into one of these amazing stories. So, our story starts with Kubera, the god of wealth. And let me tell you, this guy is loaded. He's the treasurer of the entire universe, and he knows it. He is just bursting with pride over how rich and magnificent he is. And what do you do when you feel that way? You throw a party, right? A massive feast to show it all off. The feast is happening in Alakapuri, Kubera's personal celestial city. And you have to understand, this was no ordinary get-together. The book calls it a deliberate display of power. It was a performance. Every column, every cup, every single thing was just screaming with Kubera's pride. And the extravagance? Oh my gosh, it was off the charts. We're talking about a level of luxury you can't even imagine. Gold filigree, crystal goblets, food and drink made from moonlight and magic. The whole point was to just blow everyone's mind. And to top it all off, Kubera invites a very, very special guest to come see how great he is, the young Lord Ganesha. So Ganesha shows up, this humble figure in the middle of all this insane glitz. And Kubera is just beaming, right? He welcomes him in, gestures to this incredible spread like, "Behold," and kicks off the feast. He's just sitting back, waiting for Ganesha to be totally floored by it all. He has no idea what's about to happen. Okay, so Ganesha starts to eat, and he just keeps eating. A little bit turns into a lot. And pretty soon, all that magical food, all the nectar, all the shimmering fruit, poof, it's gone. The whole buffet is empty. The crowd starts whispering, but Ganesha just looks up, and he's still hungry. Before Kubera can even process what's happening, Ganesha just moves on to the dishes. The huge crystal goblets, the solid gold plates, the very symbols of Kubera's status. He's just eating them. You can hear this crunching sound of crystal and gold in this totally silent hall. It's unbelievable. Kubera's pride is literally being eaten in front of him. And the hunger just doesn't stop. It's endless. After the plates, he starts on the furniture, the fancy chairs, the tapestries, even the gold-laced columns. Everything. The entire magnificent hall, this monument to wealth, is just being dismantled and eaten, piece by piece, right in front of a horrified Kubera. And then we hit the climax. The hall is completely empty, bare. Everything that made Kubera proud of himself is just gone. Ganesha turns, looks straight at his host, and says, "Well, there's nothing left. I guess I'll have to eat you now." Think about that. The pride that created this whole mess is about to be literally swallowed by the emptiness it unleashed. And just like that, the whole vibe changes. Kubera's pride? Gone. It's replaced with just pure terror. He's realized that he's up against a cosmic hunger, something that all his money in the universe couldn't fill. In fact, it seems like his wealth just made the hunger worse. And that's really the core question here, isn't it? What happens when pride just consumes everything? Kubera threw this feast to feel full of glory, full of importance. But all it did was create this gigantic, cosmic emptiness that was about to swallow him whole. His pride created a hunger that no amount of stuff could ever satisfy.
So what's a god of wealth to do when he has nothing left and is about to become an appetizer? He runs. He just bolts. He flees to the only place he can think of for help, Mount Kailash, home of Lord Shiva, who happens to be Ganesha's dad. Suddenly, all his money and power mean absolutely nothing.
So Kubera gets to Mount Kailash, totally panicked, throws himself at Shiva's feet, and just spills everything. Help me, Ganesha's eaten my entire city, and now he's gonna eat me. He's begging for a solution. And Shiva just listens, calmly, with this little smile on his face. And Shiva's response is so simple, but so deep. He doesn't try to outdo Kubera's massive feast. He's not gonna fight fire with fire. His solution isn't about extravagance, it's about essence. Shiva just reaches down and pulls something out. A single grain of rice. That's it. Just one. Can you believe that? After a feast that was basically infinite failed, the answer is the absolute smallest, most humble thing you can think of. But here's the most important part. It's all about how it's offered. Kubera goes back, but he's a changed man. His arrogance is gone. He walks up to Ganesha with humility, with respect, with love. He offers that one tiny grain of rice, and the second Ganesha eats it, the hunger is gone. Just like that. He's finally truly satisfied. And there it is. That's the whole lesson. Kubera's feast was all about pride and look at all my stuff. It could never satisfy anyone, it just made the emptiness bigger. But Shiva's single grain, offered with humility, that had the real stuff, the spiritual essence of what it means to be full. Kubera learned the hard way that true fulfillment isn't about what you have, it's about the heart and humility you give with. So, that incredible story, that's just one remembering, one lesson designed to transmit some real wisdom. But like the book says, there are a lot more where that came from. Yeah, this whole story we just walked through comes from the book Keftha, 108 Stories from the Vedas and the Puranas by Kanav Sachdev. And the whole book is filled with stories just like this. Each one a kind of key, meant to unlock a different part of your own consciousness. So I'll leave you with this question to chew on. If just one of these stories can pack such a punch about pride and what it really means to be fulfilled, imagine what's hiding in the other 107. What lesson, what piece of wisdom is just sitting there, waiting for you to remember it?